Welcome to the Literary Criticism and Theory lesson on Deconstruction. In this lesson, you will learn about deconstructing drama and reassessing deconstruction. Moving on, we will deconstruct drama with a special focus on Samuel Beckett's masterpiece, Waiting for Godot. This play stands out in the landscape of modern drama not just for its unique narrative structure but for its profound deconstruction of concepts central to human existence. Unlike traditional dramas that rely on plot and character development to convey meaning, Waiting for Godot dismantles established notions of meaning, consciousness, and time, thrusting us into a realm where the foundations of conventional meaning are relentlessly questioned. Today, we delve into how this play challenges our perceptions and invites us to reflect on the essence of our existence and the constructs that define it. In the aftermath of World War II, a period marked by unprecedented destruction and existential uncertainty, Samuel Beckett penned Waiting for Godot. This era's profound impact on Beckett's psyche catalyzed a creative outpouring that led to the birth of the play between 1945 and 1950. Understanding this historical context is crucial as it shapes the thematic underpinnings of the play. The war's chaos, the disillusionment it fostered, and the existential questions it raised are mirrored in the play's structure and themes. Beckett channels this post-war existential inquiry into the fabric of Waiting for Godot, using the static yet deeply symbolic act of waiting to explore themes of meaninglessness, time's fluidity, and the human condition's inherent absurdity. At the core of Waiting for Godot are Vladimir and Estragon, two figures eternally waiting for someone, Godot, who never arrives. This act of waiting becomes a powerful metaphor for the human condition, encapsulating the existential limbo in which we often find ourselves. The play strips away the distractions of conventional narratives, focusing instead on the interaction between these two characters, their repetitive dialogues, and their unending wait. Through this, Beckett invites us to ponder the nature of our own waits, the things we yearn for, and the meaning, or lack thereof, that we ascribe to our existences. This continuous waiting, marked by trivial actions and conversations, reflects the absurdity and uncertainty at the heart of human life, urging us to confront the essence of our own existences. Waiting for Godot is a seminal piece in the theatre of the absurd, a term popularized by critic Martin Esslin to describe a body of work that reflects the existential disillusionment of the 20th century. These playwrights, including Beckett, shared a common thread in their work, a portrayal of life as devoid of inherent meaning, where traditional structures and narratives collapse under the weight of existential questions. By situating Waiting for Godot within this movement, we grasp its radical departure from conventional drama. The play embodies the absurdist's exploration of life's inherent meaninglessness, using its lack of a traditional plot and unresolved questions to challenge audiences to confront the absence of absolute truths and meanings in their own lives. The barren tree under which Vladimir and Estragon wait serves as a potent symbol within the play, representing the starkness of their situation and the existential void they occupy. This barrenness, juxtaposed against the play's fleeting moments of hope and anticipation, encapsulates the play's exploration of the human condition's dualities. Beckett uses this imagery to delve into themes of desolation and the intermittent glimmers of hope that define our existence. The tree, devoid of leaves for much of the play, not only underscores the theme of waiting in a desolate landscape but also hints at the cyclic nature of hope and despair that characterizes the human experience. Through this symbol, Beckett invites us to reflect on the barren landscapes of our own lives and the moments of hope that sustain us in our endless waits for meaning and fulfillment. Waiting for Godot intricately navigates the dichotomy between meaningfulness and meaninglessness, suggesting that within the play's exploration of life's absurdity lies a deeper quest for meaning. Beckett masterfully creates a narrative where the search for meaning in the face of apparent meaninglessness becomes a reflective mirror for the audience. This delicate balance between the two states provokes a re-evaluation of how we derive meaning in our lives. Through Vladimir and Estragon's endless waiting and their interactions, the play posits that meaning may not lie in the fulfillment of our waits but in the act of waiting itself. This contemplation on the nature of meaning invites us to consider how our pursuits and waits, however futile they may seem, are imbued with the potential for significance, urging us to find value in the journey rather than the destination. Introducing characters like Pozzo and Lucky into the narrative, Beckett further complicates the exploration of human existence. Pozzo, the domineering figure, and Lucky, his subservient companion, serve as embodiments of societal hierarchies and the pursuit of knowledge, respectively. Their interactions with Vladimir and Estragon disrupt the monotony of waiting, introducing themes of power, dependence, and the quest for meaning through intellectual endeavors. Beckett uses these characters to critique societal norms and the constructs of knowledge, portraying them as inherently meaningless in the grand scheme of existence. This portrayal prompts us to question the societal roles and structures we adhere to, as well as the value we place on knowledge and intellectual achievements in our search for meaning. Beckett's treatment of time in Waiting for Godot is revolutionary, challenging our conventional understanding of linear progression. The play exists in a timeless vacuum, where the past, present, and future blur into a cyclical pattern of waiting with no clear beginning or end. This fluidity of time serves as a metaphor for the instability and unpredictability of life, further emphasizing the play's existential themes. Beckett disrupts the narrative flow with ambiguous references to time, forcing us to confront the subjective nature of our temporal experiences. Through this exploration, Waiting for Godot invites us to reconsider our relationship with time, questioning how it shapes our identities, actions, and perceptions of meaning in an ever-changing world. Delving into the realms of consciousness and unconsciousness, Waiting for Godot offers a profound commentary on the nature of reality and perception. Beckett explores the idea that our understanding of the world is shaped by a consciousness that is itself influenced by the vast, often inaccessible realms of the unconscious. This interplay challenges the notion of a stable, objective reality, suggesting instead that our perceptions are subjective constructs. The play raises poignant questions about the reliability of our senses and the truths we hold dear, urging us to consider the depths of our own minds and the mysteries that lie beyond conscious thought. Through this exploration, Beckett not only engages with psychological themes but also connects with broader philosophical inquiries into the essence of human existence. In the late modern period, Western Europe grappled with a linguistic crisis that saw language and its communicative powers under intense scrutiny. This crisis, born from skepticism about language's ability to truly represent reality, set the stage for a dramatic shift in literary theory. Language, once a trusted medium for expression, now faced questions about its effectiveness, reduced in industrial society to a tool for science, commerce, and bureaucracy. This era of doubt and questioning ultimately led to the birth of structuralism, aiming to reclaim the richness language had lost, and post-structuralism, which sought to subvert language's structures altogether. The zenith of structuralism coincided with the tumultuous events of 1968, a year that marked a turning point in Western Europe. Student movements challenged the status quo, briefly threatening capitalist structures and demanding more democratic educational institutions. This blend of euphoria and disillusionment, of seeking change and confronting barriers, spurred the evolution from structuralism to post-structuralism. Post-structuralism, born from the ashes of failed revolutions, turned its gaze towards language, aiming to dismantle the structures that seemed immutable. One of the pivotal moments in deconstruction came with Derrida's critique of Saussure's theory of language. Derrida acknowledged the differential nature of meaning but challenged the neat distinction between signifier and signified. He proposed that the concept of difference, blending difference, differing, and deference, lies at the heart of meaning creation. This theory suggested that meaning is not stable but constantly deferred, a concept that, while theoretically sound, raised practical and philosophical questions about language's role in human understanding and communication. Derrida's exploration of language challenges us to reconsider the relationship between expression and indication. While we aspire to express, what we achieve is merely an indication, mediated by language's inherent limitations. This understanding forces us to navigate the gap between our intentions and the reality of communication, acknowledging the role of language as both a barrier and a bridge in our quest for understanding. Deconstruction presents interpretation as a journey through a labyrinth, where each path, followed with the intent to understand, ultimately leads to an impasse. This view of literary criticism, while highlighting the indeterminacy and complexity of texts, also begs the question of purpose. In our everyday experiences, language functions as a tool for communication, often with clear intent and understood meanings. This practical aspect of language, evident in every conversation and written exchange, stands in stark contrast to the deconstructionist view of indeterminacy. By highlighting this disconnect, we confront the challenge of reconciling deconstruction's theoretical insights with the lived reality of language as a medium for human connection and understanding. The criticisms and challenges faced by deconstruction, including its perceived ahistoricism and skepticism towards coherent structures, set the stage for the rise of new historicism and cultural critique. These movements sought to re-engage with history and culture, using post-structuralist strategies while emphasizing the importance of context, power dynamics, and the inextricable link between past and present in the construction of narratives. Through this evolution, literary theory continues to expand, adapting and responding to the ongoing dialogue between theory, history, and the practice of criticism. Amidst the theoretical challenges posed by deconstruction, two critical issues emerge: the problem of responsibility and the challenge of practical experience. Deconstruction, with its radical questioning of language's capacity to convey truth, leaves us in a precarious position. How do we navigate the vast sea of interpretation without a compass of truth? This question underpins the critique that deconstruction, while liberating in its dismantling of structures, may also absolve us of the responsibility to seek truth and meaning in our interpretations. As we reassess deconstruction and its place within the broader spectrum of literary theory, we are reminded of the ever-evolving nature of critical thought. The emergence of new historicism and cultural critique marks a shift towards re-engaging with history and culture, seeking to understand texts within their broader socio-political contexts. This shift underscores the dynamic interplay between theory, history, and practice, inviting us to continue exploring the rich and complex terrain of literary criticism with curiosity, humility, and a sense of responsibility. And that's it for now. We conclude this lesson. For additional information on this lesson, please look at the content below the video in the online course. To get a list of the important questions and their answers for this lesson, please refer to the guidebook by our publications provided to you with this course for free. It shows you a list of all the questions that have the highest chance of coming in your next exams based on research carried out on previous year question papers. All the best, and I'll see you in the next lesson.